Well, we have made it, ladies. We are on our final chapter reviews for the 5-second rule, part 5 of this book. And I am very excited to bring this book review to a close. I have lots of notes because there was so many nuggets of helpful information in these final 3 chapters, and I wanted to bring them all together. So buckle up and let's finish out this book together. Part 5, we are learning how courage changes everything. How you can truly become fulfilled as a person by everyday acts of courage. You can build confidence using everyday acts of courage. And these small everyday steps that you take can help you discover your passion. And we're going to talk about what creates deep, meaningful relationships and why courage is so important. That's what we have on the agenda for the rest of this book. There will always be someone who can't see your worth. Don't let it be you, ladies, right? There will always be naysayers. We are the leaders overcoming that. Chapter 15, Building Real Confidence. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. That's pretty meaningful. What are you afraid of, ladies? Because it's on the other side of that fear where the treasure is. Really, really enjoyed learning that confidence is a skill and not a personality trait. And I have to share with you that I can relate to this part of the chapter because, believe it or not, confidence is not something that I have or believe that I am strongly confident. But the more I practice some of these things that I'll share with you, the more confidence I gain. So I definitely related to that part of this book. When you have that instinct, when you have that feeling in your gut, that is where we need to follow our hearts, right? Following your instincts or feeling drawn to something, that is what we must learn to trust and act upon in order to gain that confidence. Everyday acts of courage build confidence. And what I'd like to share with you on this topic is, as I've been progressing along my own coaching journey, I am being encouraged to share my story about why I started coaching with more and more people that I'm speaking to. And that is super, super scary, you guys. Like, even to share it with my family, I get nervous, I get butterflies, my heart races, I start sweating. Why would I be so nervous to have a conversation about why I'm doing what I'm passionate about with people who I love? Because it's scary. What will they think? What will they say, right? But the more I practice it, the easier it's getting and the more confident I'm getting. So I definitely relate to that. It is pushing yourself in those areas that you're scared about that's going to help you feel more confidence. A good life is made up of small steps, and confidence builds when you do those things that affirm your sense of self. You can improve every aspect of your life through action, right? These are simple steps that some of us need to take, right? Stop hitting snooze, make your meal plans, push play. It can be those small acts that you accomplish, that you push yourself to accomplish, that helps give you confidence, okay? Doing the scary things gives you confidence. And it's amazing how those small things that we do can seem so scary, right? But you can gain confidence by doing those things, those everyday things. So chapter 15 ends with the quote, "Speak from your heart, even if your voice shakes." If you're nervous about something, it probably means that you should be doing it. And go ahead and push yourself to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, act, okay? Chapter 16, please excuse the noise from our basement that's being finished. That was good timing. Chapter 16 is pursuing passion, okay? There's a voice that doesn't use words, so you need to listen, ladies, to that voice in your head and your heart. Finding your passion is an active process, and again, I would like to relate that my coaching story really has become this active process of discovering. When I first started coaching, I had no idea that this was going to turn into my passion. How do you know what your passion is supposed to be? Well, you can sort of listen to what you're curious about, or maybe even what you're jealous about, right? She talked about that. If you're jealous about something, it could mean you're curious and maybe that person is doing something that you feel would be your passion. So how do you do that? How do you pursue your passion? You start exploring. You start paying attention to that voice. You start taking steps in order to move in the direction. That's the scary stuff. That's the stuff you got to count down and act on. And then you have to have courage to commit, you guys, and we will never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never feel ready. Never. That's why we have to use this rule, okay? And then you have to have faith to pursue your passion. You have to have faith, and you have to throw away the timeline. I liked this a lot. There's no expiration date on discovering and exploring or expressing the power of you. You guys, we are all ages in this group. There is no expiration date. We are not done. All of us can pursue our passion. The answers are inside of you, and you have to have the courage to listen. Don't tell people your dreams, show them. That was chapter 16. Chapter 17, this one, hopefully you feel power in this chapter. Chapter 17 is using this 5-second rule to enrich your relationships. An act of courage is always an act of love. And what are we talking about here? We're talking about having the courage to say what you need to say and never letting something important go unsaid, right? This is amazing how powerful this can be, and yet how you must have this act of courage sometimes to say what you need to say to the people you love, right? Intimacy takes courage, and you need to listen. Have you guys been hearing that inner voice? I have. I'm hearing that inner voice on such a regular basis, and now that we know it's there, it's like, darn it. You hear it, and you need to say it. And that is the power of enhancing your relationships. That feeling is that push moment, that feeling that is where you need to pay attention and listen and know that you need to act. To feel worthy, you must first make your own instincts worthy of your attention and effort. So do you see that when you worry about saying something to someone, you're about to put yourself on the line. You need to push yourself to say it so that you can justify to yourself that you're worthy of the love and affection that you're trying to express and you hope to receive. So the final thing I want to share about is the connection to slowing down and being fully present. And that was kind of cool because I think it fits right in perfectly with the next book that we chose, which is Present Over Perfect, right? We are so busy, wrapped up, running around. We often forget to slow down and listen and take time to, I think someone's knocking on my door, to hug or to love or to tell someone how you feel about them, okay? When your heart speaks, you need to move. And there is greatness within each and every one of you. I love you, ladies. Till the next time, thanks so much for sharing this book with me.